Come to us, come to us. Come to us. Just a few moments ago, something believed to be a plane crashed into the south tower of the World Trade Center. I just saw flames inside. You can see the smoke coming out of the tower. We have no idea what it was. It was a tremendous boom just a few moments ago.
Holy shit! Holy shit! God.
Oh my God! Planes are crashing into the building. I cannot believe it.
Jim Friedel in Hoboken said it appeared to bank sharply and smash directly, perhaps purposefully, into, oh my goodness,
Oh God.
There's another one. Oh my goodness, there's another one.
This seems to be on purpose.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the two towers. A huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way.
You mentioned that you saw people on the road outside of the building. Explain that scene.
I saw there's maybe about 30 or 40 people covered with bandages and blood. It looks like a lot of them were either on the floor of one of the exchanges. There's actually, oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
We're not sure exactly what happened, but it was another explosion on the far side of one of the buildings from where we're standing. The reverberation and another explosion on the right-hand side. Another building has gone up on the right-hand side of the road. People are now running down the street.
I want you to take a look at what's happening right now. That is a live picture.
That's a live picture too. That's World Trade Center 2 has just collapsed. That's the second house to collapse.
Just a moment ago, the entire top of the building collapsed. You can see a massive plume of smoke. People are running away from the area. There are firefighters and there are police trying to evacuate the area as quickly as possible. People who are near the area are in an absolute frenzied situation. The entire top of the building just collapsed. You can see the plume of smoke is coming in our direction. Let's get out of here, Ralph. We're going to leave because the smoke is coming right at us.
Just adjusting the camera, folks. That tears me up every time.
Yeah. It's hard to watch, man.
Jay didn't even want me to do that, but we can't forget. We can never forget. And we need to see it as it was, not how people so teach or whatever the media decides to show now compared to what it was like then. On this day, September 11th, 2001, 18 years ago, you saw what happened. Over 3,000, or just under 3,000 people, they say, lost their lives that day. That does not account for the 10,000 that are sick. Over 5,000 have died from ramifications since then. I remember where I was that day. It's very vivid in my head. So this is Dirty Soap. It's a show about real people.
Real people.
Real shit.
Real shit.
Real talk.
Real talk.
So how'd that make you feel, Jay?
It's hard to watch. It's very hard to watch. You kind of got me speechless, man.
Gotta remember. Can never forget.
It's, I mean, every year, you know, I do different things, but every year I try to, you know, I mean.
You doing anything today?
Pray,
Or?
think about it. No, it's just a tough day. It's a tough day. I mean, I knew we were doing this, and you know, me, Mr. J, I was wanting Mr. Upbeat, funny guy, but I knew it was going to be tough. It's just a very tough day, and I just kind of like, you know, pray, think about, kind of meditate, and just try to be, I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough day. I always think you try to honor him and think about. It's just horrible. It's the worst thing I ever saw in my life.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, for anybody watching that's still affected, there will be people affected for many years to come.
That's the worst part.
We have not forgotten about you. We have not forgotten about your loved ones.
Right.
We have not forgotten about the people affected by it. We just wanted to do that to remember.
Never forget.
Show you we remember.
Never forget.
All right, let's get more on an upbeat note.
Let's try to swing it up a little bit. This is show number. This is our fifth show. I cannot believe.
With no notes. Jeez. That's a downer. What do I get? Downer way to start, but
you know what?
It has to be done. You know?
It has to be, because what were we gonna do? That we talked this out, folks.
We actually talked about it before.
What were we gonna do? Just be like, no, let's just mention it a little bit. You gotta just start.
Not to relive it, but at the same time.
Well, we're lucky, right? We're the lucky ones. We're here, we're alive, we're having a day here, and 18 years ago today, not really right at this time, it's 9. I mean, it was I don't remember exact timing, but it was in the morning, and 18 years ago today, just think how life started for all those people, some of them who didn't make it home to their loved ones, and the first responders, the police. It's just unbelievable what they had, the hell on earth that they had to go through 18 years ago today.
Yeah.
We're just waking up. It's sunny.
And they're still going through hell. Families.
Right, and then there's the the aftermath. Oh man! So we will get this show going. It's going to take us a few minutes. We'll get it going more positive. We will.
I just want to say, back then we all came together as one,
yes,
as a nation.
That's right.
It didn't matter on your race, your gender.
Right.
What political beliefs.
What bathroom you used.
Anything.
If you wore makeup or not.
And then, you remember when they killed Osama bin Laden?
Yes.
Once again, the country came together as a nation. Nothing about race, nothing about gender, nothing about political beliefs.
Because in the end, we're all Americans. Right?
That's very good. So, America, get your head out of your ass. What the fuck is going on today? Everybody's fighting everybody.
Right.
Do we need something like that to happen again to bring us all together? Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Let's go. Step it up.
We can have our different quandaries and discussions. Right. Different opinions on politics.
He supports Trump. I don't really, but we're sitting here. We get along.
He's a jackass sometimes, though, dude. I might support some of his
I'm glad you said
policies,
that.
but he is a jackass. I'm not going to lie.
See? Brian's healing.
I'm not healing, but
all right,
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Some of the shit he does, he's got to
Brian's
nip it in the bud.
That's right.
But, I mean, what do we got going now? You know, let's not even get into politics. It pisses me
I
off.
know we can't get into politics. All right.
But I want to say this: some people, and I'll be honest with you, some people say that like September 11th was staged. It was all a big setup. Someone did something. The towers
Right.
came. It doesn't even matter even if that's true. Maybe the longer time goes on, a lot of that stuff does make sense.
Yeah.
But guess what? Whether it was staged to keep somebody in office or just to jumpstart something, it doesn't matter. What matters is a lot of people lost their lives, and a lot of people still
Right.
continue to lose their lives and are affected by that. And that's all that matters at this point. You can't go back and undo it. There is no editing it out. So
Right.
now let's move on to some
There's no
real
redo.
topic of discussion.
Yes.
Not that that wasn't a real topic of discussion, but we don't want to put everybody in a Debbie Downer mood today.
No.
Most of us know what happened. There's kids that were in preschool when it happened that maybe saw it on Sharpie Gate. Oh, shit. Yeah. Violet, all I can say is I already know how you feel. But what would have happened? I don't even know. It's not even worth the 2 seconds. Between her and...
Well, I know a good way to bring the room back up. I'm going to read some of my poetry right now. Oh, wait. We're back.
Holy shit. I'm sorry, everybody. We got disconnected somehow. I was going to say, if some motherfucker reported that, I'm going to fucking go ape shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were ready to really lose it. I mean,
Lose
he was
my
gonna
shit.
lose it.
Jay said so many F words in between that pause. I don't know if you saw it.
I did. I kept saying fudge.
Whoa, I
I
was so
said
pissed.
fudge, and I said fiddlesticks. I said all the F words. Fudge, fiddlesticks, foolish. No. I'm not going to read. I did a terrible thing before. I was trying to be funny. See, when I try too hard, folks. Okay. No, we're going to get this going again. It is funny, though, man. It's on my mind. I want to talk about 9/11, and we can't. We'll circle back to it, maybe. Because I got all these things popping in my head now that I want to. But we'll go back to it, right? Because if we start, we're going to get depressed again. We're
So wasn't ours, Violet. I mean, we just went blank there for a little bit. I hope you guys can still see us. I mean, it looks like we're still live, but...
I believe we are. We're live.
If not...
Dirty Soap. The Dirty Soap podcast show lives on. Episode number... This is our 5th one. I can't believe it. It is weird, though. Because now, like, I drive here and it's like, whoa, I'm here again. Like, it's once a week and it just seems like, boom, I'm just here again doing it. Yeah.
Trying to get Jay not to wiggle so much because the way we got the camera set up, it's wiggling the table.
JDHD is not a good thing right now.
That should be something new, JDHD.
It is. It's going to be... Remember that one KD the comic? I stole it from him. He didn't say don't. He said it.
Let's talk about 9/11. It's okay.
I know, but we want it to be a funny show.
We can see you.
Thank
Good.
you.
Thanks, Maddie.
We're back on.
Appreciate that. Letting us know. Yeah, 9/11. We'll talk about it a little bit, and then we'll move on.
Well, the thing that Brian brought up was great. Like, we don't know for sure. So as citizens, all you can do is your best. Like, pray, reflect now on it, move forward. Don't be offended so much. Care more about each other and realize that, you know, it might come out. I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to go into all the conspiracies because some of them are way out there. Like, there's people later who said planes didn't really hit. Remember that one? What the hell was that all about? Planes didn't really hit the building. What?
Yeah.
So I mean that went a little too far. So
I mean, I do get some of them where it shows the plane going through the tower.
It's just weird.
It makes it through it like a dart, but if a bird hits the front of a nose cone of a plane, it like could almost destroy the whole thing. So I get that. Yeah,
there's all these weird theories. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. We don't know exactly what went down.
Dude, and
it was just a horrible day. Thousands of Americans died.
And are still dying because of it. No, I was so... I'll be honest with you. I was 27, almost 28 years old when it happened.
Right.
And I remember exactly where I was. There was Syracuse National Airport was right behind my work. All the planes. It was something not to see a plane fly for like a week straight.
Right.
I looked out the window of my work. All the cars on a major route were all pulled over. Not one was moving when that was going on.
So you were working when it went down?
Oh, yeah.
Did someone have a TV? Did you get to watch it?
It was down in, I was selling cars, and it was down in the waiting area. It was on TV, and I caught it right when they broke in and said there was a fire at the top of the tower. and I saw live on TV the second plane hit. And what really scared me was when that scared me, but what really scared me is when the Pentagon got hit.
Oh,
And
right.
then they said there was another plane they couldn't find.
I just felt like the world, like we're under attack. You felt like the whole country was under attack. It was scary.
You know,
I mean, talk about depressing. I mean,
there was cars pulled over on the side of the road, Jay. Not one driving down Route 11. Not one. When this hit broke, there must have been like 100 cars on Route 11 pulled over the side of the road with people listening to it on the radio.
Right.
It's just something I'll never forget.
Yeah,
and I remember after the shock, I wanted to go nuke some motherfuckers. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, did we go after the right people? Nah. I don't know. And then there's the conspiracy theories that Osama bin Laden's not even dead. They like to
Osama's not dead.
Someplace
That
else.
he didn't do 9/11 at all. I don't know. It just was a horrible.
I mean, the only thing I get on that one is I understand the religious aspect of it, and I understand respect in that. But where the fuck was the respect when, if he really did do that, to all them people that died? Why'd we respect that for him and dump him off in the ocean someplace so many minutes or hours after he was dead? I mean, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I mean,
there is no... This is the way I believe, and I could be wrong. When it comes to war, and it's only my opinion, there is no rules of engagement. What I mean by that is, remember ISIS was lopping off people's heads, putting people in cages, dunking them in the water until they're almost dead, and then like hitting them with a bazooka when they pulled them back up. There is no engagement. It's war. And you gotta...
Like, you can't fight fair.
Yeah, there's no fighting fair.
I mean, the British learned that.
The redcoats are coming.
You know, we all look so good, and we're in a nice line. Everything looks good, and these Yanks are not fighting fair. I don't understand.
I don't even want to be...
What is wrong? What is wrong with these people? Why won't you fight fair? Because we want you out of here. We're taking over. We're going to make it American. English, get out. That's not the way they talked back then, but I tried.
Good morning, Tiffany. I'm glad to see you're on.
Well, I mean, I don't want to bore people with my story, but real quick, it was weird. I was at a weird time in my life because the Friday before 9/11, I'm pretty sure I got this right. Or maybe, I don't know, it might not have been the Friday before. I was unemployed. I was let go from my job. So I was home, but at least I was being Mr. Mom. I was being productive in some way. My wife was working. I was home with my son, he was 1. He wasn't even like, let's see, March. So March, my son, he was like not quite 1.5. I don't know. Can't do the math.
Jay, look at his beard, man.
It's like I love it. I love your Santa beard. See, Santa, and I'm his elf. I'm head elf.
You're like that guy.
Howie. I want to say Buddy the Elf.
That's what I'm going to say, Buddy.
Yeah, but I can't be Buddy the Elf because Buddy's Buddy. I'm Howie, the head elf, second assistant, head elf. Howie. Anyways, what the heck? Now I'm talking about Howie.
He's the head He's the head elf. Head elf.
There it is.
Dirty soap.
We're going to have a moment of silence for 9/11 and also for my bad Howie joke. I don't know. No, but I was unemployed. I was home, and it's been so long, right? 18 years. I mean, back then, I feel like really like TVs came on. Like the TV, when you turned it on, it was on. Like now it's not this way, but it was on the station that was ever on before. Do you remember? Am I saying that right? You know what I mean? So you know how the TV just kind of goes from, it just kind of fades on. That's how the TV. I turned the television on, and I was lucky enough. It was on a news station. It already was on that. So when I turned the station on, when I turned the TV on in the morning, it just faded into Tower, the first one with a hole in it, and I'm going, there's a huge hole in one of the towers. Whichever one, I don't know if that was Tower 1 or 2. I don't know. The first one that got hit, the huge hole, that's what I saw, and I'm going, it just did not register. I'm going, what am I?
The horrible thing was when...
What am I watching?
You remember when the people... I mean,
so that means
God bless them, the people were jumping.
Oh, so that means I was...
Over 200 people
watching,
jumped
though,
from the top of them towers.
Right. But I was watching, and I saw the second plane hit, and I just could not... It's like I was barely breathing. I was blinking going, I cannot believe... My son was 1.5 years. He can't talk about it. He was... I don't know what he was doing. So then, oh shit, I keep doing it.
Wait, going.
I gotta stay. Strap them down. I'm shaking them. I can do it. I promise.
It's not Jay. It's just
It's
my
the way we got
tripod
it.
stand.
The way we got it
snap.
set up this time. When I move, it's shaking the damn thing. So, anyways, I watched the second tower. I saw the second one get hit live. I watched it. I listened. It was insane, right? All that stuff. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what else to do. For those of you who don't know me, the JDHD, I can't really sit still too long. It's amazing I do this. I had to move. So I took my son, put him in the stroller, took him for a walk. It was a beautiful sunny day. And what I noticed, it was that eerie, it was like dead. Nobody, I was like the only one out. It was like out of a movie. I'm walking down the street. No cars driving anywhere. Obviously no planes in the sky at all. It felt like, they probably were, but it felt like birds weren't making a sound. It's like it was nothing. Mm. And I'm walking on a sunny day, walking my son, going for a walk. Yeah, Jackie boy, look around. Look at well, there are no squirrels. There was nothing. Everything just like, it was weird. It's like everything just froze. And there wasn't really anybody driving around that much. It was just like a ghost town. It was weird.
Yeah.
Very creepy. All right.
Let's move on.
We're going to move on. That's the 9/11 stuff. Yeah, so anyways, what did I want to ask Brian? I wanted to ask him some stuff. I do. I want to, you're always asking
Jay,
me
you
stuff.
got notes. Go pull your notes out. We're not supposed to use notes.
I don't
Just
have
pull
notes.
it
There's
out.
no notes.
Yeah, flip the page around. Jay was kind
See,
of...
this is the real talk thing. He's not going to let me get away with me trying to cheat. There's only 2 notes here. No, here you go. I like this one. What I want to ask you, what do you think? And I love America. I'm not unpatriotic, but what do you think of people who drive around like their truck or their car? Usually it's like a truck. I'm sorry, with the American flag just on it, waving, and they drive the truck. What do you think about that?
I love it. And if it offends anybody, fuck you.
I'm not offended, but it's too much. Come on. What are we, Paul Revere? You know, he's driving down the road. They're coming. The redcoats left. They're not coming, Paul. The redcoat. Why? Come on. It's not the Civil War. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we switched because we had to
yes.
go back.
His wife, Michelle. I thought she was telling us to switch her. Yeah. I thought Michelle was giving us an idea. Do what she says. Your wife's talking. Love you, Michelle. We did switch. Good morning. And you're awesome.
Oh, back to the American flag.
Look.
Here, let's go back.
You have a flag in your front yard, right?
Yes.
Awesome. You know, I gotta be honest, it's real talk. I live in an apartment right now. When I get a house, being positive, when I do get a house, I would put a flag up. But you can't have a flag. I'm not saying don't do it. I think it's too much. Weigh in on it, folks. I'm not offended. You have every right to drive your truck with the flag.
I got a truck. I don't drive with a flag in it, but I don't bother me either.
When I see the flag flapping on the back of a guy's truck, I want to go, dude, come on. Really? Dude. Like, I wouldn't say anything to him. Because he'd probably swing at me. No. Come here, you little shit.
Well, I'll tell you, like, I don't do it in my truck, but I don't have a problem with it. What I have a problem with is going back to the 9/11 thing, not to reiterate
right,
that.
A little bit.
4 years after 9/11, I remember there was a big thing in the news, and a lot of people probably don't remember because people don't watch the news, right, Jay? But colleges started teaching courses on sympathy classes for sympathizing with the people and why they did what they did on September 11th. That fucking blew my mind. I was so angry that I found out that colleges were teaching courses like that. I don't get it. Anybody that talks bad about this country that's a politician, I fucking hate it. They shouldn't even be in that position. The reason why everybody's here is because supposedly we're the best country in the world to live in. And then you got people saying we're not the best country to live in. This is where I sort of agree with the Trump thing.
Right.
Why would you...
You have every right.
Could you imagine that? Someone talking like that a week after September 11th happened? They'd get punched in the fucking... They'd be beat the fuck.
But it was 4 years later. Like, we got to try to understand.
Why? And it's sympathize with them. Why?
It's hard. It's almost impossible. It's like saying, try to understand why that guy raped your wife. Try to understand why that guy shot your kid in the face. Your son's dead now.
Well, dude, you see in California, you can't even say... In California, you can't even say convicted felon anymore.
You can't?
No.
Well,
They're saying you gotta. That's a tab. That's like saying the word retard. Now you're supposed to say rehabilitated, whatever the hell it is. You can't. They don't want people saying convicted felon.
I think we're getting way too caught up in labels and words and how we're right. I mean, we know. I don't know. It's crazy. Two old guys telling you it's nuts. Doesn't make sense.
What else you got over there on your notes?
It's the only time we're ever going to go to notes. And
Yeah, Jay wanted to use notes because of the 9/11 thing.
And as you can tell, the show's going really well.
Yeah, we're keeping all 5 viewers.
Oh God. So you're okay with it? I don't know. People weigh in. I don't know.
If it's
the
distracting
flag,
and I mean,
the flag on your truck. Whatever. I just think it's too much.
Speaking of flags, what do you feel about the Confederate flag? Is it something that represents?
Oh yeah. Well, what do you think? That you brought up a great. What do you think about that? If some dude's got the Confederate flag in his yard or on his truck or something, what is he saying though? I don't
Dude,
get that.
I remember watching Dukes of Hazzard and the flag was on top of the General Lee.
But I don't get it.
I didn't sit there and get offended because of.
Wait. Well, I feel dumb. Why are people offended? Because it's kind of saying. Wait. People are offended when they see it because they're saying to the person that has the flag. Look, you. What do you believe in slavery?
I think it's.
You want to go back to them and have slaves?
Yeah.
Is that what they're?
Something like the oppression or whatever of. Let's just say it. Black people.
Michelle said. Michelle.
She's just trying to get relevant, be relevant. I love her.
Spit take, coffee.
No, I mean, this is the way I look at it.
But why are they doing it? Because they just want to remember that. I don't know why it is there.
Okay, down south. You remember when we had the war in the North versus the South?
Yes.
Okay.
Civil War, yes. Right.
Did you know there was 2 different flags at that time?
I didn't.
One for the North, one for the South.
Well, is that what I feel so dumb? Is that what we're talking about? The Confederate flag? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That was the South. Yeah.
I mean,
I know that.
When you go down south, if you're originally from South, I hate to say it, there were different times back then, so they have different beliefs. Not in a bad way. I mean, it's good that everybody has their beliefs, but they have different values. Even today, if you live down south, there's different values.
Sure.
And I'm not talking about racist values or anything. It's a different type of lifestyle. You're not getting 4 climates a year. People live a different way.
They do. You know, they have, we have Dunkin' Donuts. They have Krispy Kreme. Just try to keep the little... Right?
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme was good. Didn't make it here.
I don't know. I mean... We just got to stop being offended all the time. This is what I tell people that get offended. Yes, it offends you, and I guess it can offend you, but to go to the extremes of I don't even want to bring it up because I got...
No, but wait, don't. Don't.
You know what I'm going to say.
But wait, when you get offended, you're not admitting... Just be human. We make mistakes, right? So if somebody makes fun of you... We're just shining the light on, you're a human being, I'm a human being, I'm going to say that, dude. And you got to go, all right, cool, I'm whatever. When you get offended and come out and start saying, that offends me, you shouldn't say that. You're not admitting that you're human. You're not freaking perfect.
Yeah.
Did I finally make...
No
I'm
one's
trying to make
perfect.
the point, we never really nail that when we talk about that. Like, because, Brian on stage, it really pushes the envelope for...
It seems to work in my favor somehow. People don't get that. I don't know either.
His whole act is, how badly can I offend people?
Until they walk out of
but you're not getting the point. The point is, he's finding an ironic way to spin life and be funny. I don't know. I guess I can't.
I guess the best way to put it would be
is,
I'm pushing the envelope, but at the same time, it's not push the envelope to be bigoted, misogynist, racist. I'm pushing the envelope to create a discussion.
Right.
No people on both sides feel a certain way.
Genius. You nailed it.
You gotta figure, when we go up on stage,
it's not...
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's an act.
It's an act. It's
We're
a
not
show.
Most comedians, that's not the real person.
We're not serious. He's not serious.
Is it in poor taste? Yes. But so isn't coming in your mouth. Know what I'm saying, Jay?
Yep. Not from experience, but... Folks, what he meant was... I'm like his interpreter. What he meant, I don't even know what he meant. He just wanted to, there it was. That was the perfect example of just making you go, but he got a reaction. You got to get a reaction. You got to put on a show. You got to be interesting. You can't just be funny. That's what we believe now that we've gotten older. You got
to stand out.
You got to stand out, and you have to create discussions and get people talking about stuff. He's not getting up there going, making a joke about like, you know, you're gay and it's terrible that you're gay and I hate gays and I want gays to be offended. That's not his point. If that was his joke,
The point is, there is gay people out there.
That's fine. We're fine with it.
Yes.
But don't be like, oh, you can't say once, because there it is, freedom of speech. America is all about freedom of speech. You should be able to get up there and tell the jokes you want. If they're funny and get reactions, don't be offended. If you are offended, leave. There it is. Get up and walk out. Brian will see you walking out. He'll make fun of you as you go. But he's got to live with the fact that, wow, I'm trying to entertain and get people to laugh. That dude actually walked out on my show. That kind of sucked. And he has to live with the consequence of that someone walked and you don't care because they walked.
You've
That's
been
what
to a
you
lot
do.
of my shows. I haven't had anybody walk out.
I'm saying if you,
Okay, one girl,
no one ever, but if someone,
tell them the story about the one girl that called me a misogynist.
right, she was yelling stuff and he was like, what? And she was kind of heckling him and what is she saying? She went, you're a misogynist.
Then what happened?
Pause, timing. I forgot what you said. You called her, you said you're a
twat.
You're a twat. You know? He was just being honest. She was being honest. He had to be honest back. You know, you punch, he punches back. You punch me, I go, ow, that hurt. I gotta help somebody. He hit me. No, somebody help me. Yeah, so anyways, I think we hit it better that time, the whole offended thing.
Yeah.
You're not being human. You're not.
I liked how, if anybody saw Dave Chappelle's show on Netflix, I
Yes!
kind of loved that. The only thing that bothered me was, here's Dave Chappelle. Probably the most paid or close to it.
Yeah, he's top notch.
Stand-up comedian.
He's top notch.
And he did this one joke that critics tore him apart about, where he was talking about saying the word faggot and saying the word, I'll say it, nigger. And he said to somebody...
This is Chappelle saying this.
What? Not me. He said...
Chappelle said it, not him.
Why can't I say the word faggot? And someone said, 'cause Dave, you're not gay. And he said, well, I'm not a nigger either. Oh my God, everybody went crazy. Come on, really? Are you kidding me?
He's making a point there. That's kind of clever, I think, in a way. Is that the right word? I like.
But you know what's clever about it? It's creating discussion.
He created discussion, and he made it funny. I think that didn't bother me.
No, because you're racist. And you're a homophobe. That's what everybody thinks.
I'm working on that, you know. I wish I wasn't a racist. This is going good because we're not. I feel like we're relaxed. See, a lot of times I am more. I'm like, it's got to be funny. It doesn't have to be funny. It's just two guys talking. We don't care. Well, we do care who watches, but not that much.
Nah.
We want some people to watch. Last week's shows. I can't talk. Last week's
I know
show.
we both got a lisp today. I don't know what's up with that.
Last week's show did not get nearly as many views as the show before, and I was kind of bummed. And Brian was like, dude, whatever. Don't. Oh, I'm shaking the thing again. Sorry. I'm shaking it.
You're shaking it again.
So many timing. I got to do this the whole time. So last week's show did not get any close to the views the show before got, and I was upset. And he's like, dude, just doing it. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. If you can learn something from what we say, if you you know, we're not preaching. We're not smarter than anybody. We're not dumber than everybody either. Stop me, please. Just somebody. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying now. You know what, though? No, I know what I want to talk about. I think music today, it's contrived. Come on, the music was better. You know how, there you go. You know how every generation, like when you were younger, do you remember like your uncle or, I don't know, somebody older going, the music's not, this 80s music sucks. Right?
Yeah.
So everybody says that. But no, we have finally hit the point, folks. Come on. Think about it. Every form of music has a distinct style. You play a song from the 80s. You know it. You go, that's 80s, mm-hmm. Right? You play a song from the 90s, that's 90s. 70s, of course. Oh my God, that's 70s. That's 70s rock or that's 70s disco. 60s, you know it. Even 50s, rock and roll, Elvis when it started. It has character, personality. It has its own style. You can't do that now. It's since 2000 and now, it's all the same. Somebody disagree with me, right? Can you say, oh yeah, that's 2000s. That's 2010s.
Yeah.
There's no, it's done. What happened? It's done, man.
Well, a lot of music now is like one sentence and it just gets repeated.
Try to get in your brain. It's all about like making money. Money, look, I love the American way of making money, but not to the point where you're controlling people. Let the style come out. There's still very.
Well, let me ask you this: how do you feel about Tay Taint?
I don't even know what you just said.
Tay Taint.
Tay Taint.
Taylor Swift. I call her Tay Taint.
Come back. We're back.
Sorry about that. I got a phone call, and I can't turn the notifications off because I only do about 5 different jobs.
Violet Francis loves Dave Chappelle. You should. He's one of the best. I love Dave Chappelle too. And if Dave's up there, and he's
like my favorite comedian,
and he's
right now.
offending you, you just kind of roll with it for a little bit, like, oh man, that hurt a little bit. But he's talking. He's just all right. Yeah, I can think. And then boom, he hits you, and you're laughing, and but I don't know. We don't want to talk about Dave.
Yeah.
Though. Taylor Swift. I mean, she's good. I mean, she's all right. See, that's the thing.
Did you hear about how I forgot his name, sold her stuff, and she's all pissed because he sold her stuff.
See, somebody.
So now she's gonna go out and redo all of her old songs so she can own the stuff. You know how much money she's worth?
Yeah. Why? What's it like?
So my thing on that whole theory is Tay Taint. You wouldn't be as famous as you are, regardless how good you are, if you didn't have this guy exposing you. I mean, how much fucking money do you need to be happy?
Really? Come on.
And then
You got way more than I do. I'm happy. I'm happy-ish.
Tay Taint. Oh, speaking of which,
I love the older music.
Nicki Minaj is retiring. Everybody's beating her up on that. I mean, come on. I think she's got her priorities straight. I mean, she wasn't my type of music. I mean,
she can always come out of it. She's retiring.
She's doing it to start a family.
But maybe that's also a publicity.
Starting a family. I think that's where your priorities are. Family
first
good. Over money and stuff.
Good for her. Like, do what you want. When we get all upset now that she did, who cares? Telling you, though. Songs used to... It was like a story. It was like... You got something out of it. All right, ready? Take even this one. Ready? I know he's going to know this one. I sing terribly. I'll do it anyways. Ready? On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound plane. 9/11. I was thinking of planes. That was terrible.
You just messed it all
on
up.
a plane bound for the tower. No, that's terrible.
When
on
the
a train bound for nowhere.
You got
met up with the gambler.
Know when to hold 'em.
Know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. And know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done.
Everybody knows that song. You see, that's where it stands out.
But it's awesome. It's a sing-along. It's a story. Who doesn't like that song? There's nothing like that song. Even Dave Chappelle, I think, would like that song. Maybe not.
I'd love this. I'd love to see him sing it in his white version voice. That guy's so hilarious, man.
Remember when Dave did the African American guy? Well, of course, because it was him. He played the guy who was blind and was. Did you see that skit? Oh man, talk about flipping it on its ear. He was a blind black guy who joined the KKK. Did you get the joke? It was great.
I like the one on his special where he sat there and said he
middle.
couldn't have someone like him couldn't have an apartment in New York City, and if he got robbed, he wouldn't be able to call the cops. Do you remember that one?
Genius! We would be happy if we were half as funny as it. We're working on it. Both of us together at the same time, we're half as... That's too ballsy. Should I even say that? That's too... We're almost half as funny as Dave Chappelle, both of us, on stage. We may do some stuff like that. What the hell? We don't care. Yeah, so, music, yeah. What else? Okay, so how about this? I got a question for you. When you were younger, we're going to do the old school thing again. Oh, I want someone there to look this up, though. I don't want to be, like, totally incorrect and wrong and dumb and old and stupid. Millennials.
Oh, here we go.
No. Not really talking about them so much. There's millennials, but I guess my son, like, I don't think... Millennials, I think, is, like, 20 to 30. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. So I'm labeling people. Like, my son, I don't know if he's a millennial. He's 19. Like, what do they call them? Like, what are we, Generation X? I don't know.
Yeah, we're X.
We're Generation X. You know, there's baby boomers. There's Generation Y. What is Generation Y?
After X.
Younger than us a little bit.
Yeah.
And then after Y, does it go right to the millennials? I don't know.
I think Y and millennials sort of like.
Okay, so
came together,
what's
kind of.
before the millennials?
Well,
Are they calling it anything yet? Somebody look that up. Oh, Cat Stevens. Peace Train. Cat Stevens was great. See, I got into the folksy.
Gen Z. See, she said Gen Z.
Generation Z.
Yeah.
That's perfect because they're asleep all the time. Z's.
See, I believe the way that works.
See, that's
is like
my humor. It makes you
baby
smile.
boomers. There's baby boomers, and then there's like
Yeah, because like baby boomers is like people born between 1946 and 64. That's all I know. I like look.
And then there's Gen X.
So 65.
I think the X means like that's when society changed completely after that generation.
And we're X.
And we're
Generation X. X marks the spot. I think it's
Gen Y. I think that's like Y2K.
Right.
And
see, he's
Gen
got
Z. That's when everybody got all hepped up on that TV show, thinking zombie apocalypse.
Zombies. It's Generation Z for zombies. Because there really is going to be a zombie apocalypse. What if there really is, though? Wouldn't that suck? That's scary.
It goes back to your, if aliens came down and attacked us, would, I
know. Wait a minute. There you go. We should produce...
Oh, I gotta bring this up. I want to bring this up. I got it. I'm
what
sorry.
I just was going to
go
say
off topic. I know a lot of people, and I get along.
Wait, time out. Are we gonna get blocked from this? Please don't say anything.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. Okay,
I don't want to get blocked.
I heard a certain
on.
open mic somewhere, and I'm not going to name any names because I get along with the gentleman that runs it and everything. But he banned the word retard. You can't say the word retard on stage. Is that for a comedy thing? Is that? Well, how do you feel about that?
Oh, I don't know. It's like it's all changing. I don't know. I just think. Excuse me. If it's, I got emotional. I almost cried thinking I loved it. No, I think that. God, this is a huge.
You know what? I'll tell you something. I found out that like
I think there's no rules in comedy. You should be able to say whatever you want to say, because that's when the.
Jay,
God!
How about this? You ready?
I can't talk today.
I figured out something.
9/11's got me a mess. I can't talk.
For the ones that say you shouldn't say retard and stuff like that,
I hate my hair. I hate it.
That you can say it. All you have to do is change the prefix of the word. Check this out. Trump-tard. Dem-tard. What else is there?
You said libtard.
Libtard.
I like it.
You know, you just change the prefix of the word. In the end, tards are retards. Come on now.
I don't get it. I mean, it's not like...
I mean, if you're really retarded, really, and that's sad, but if you're truly retarded, are you offended because someone said retard?
I don't think you are.
You know?
That's the thing. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I can't even talk about it. Comedy, all right, comics get up. Not really me, because I'm a chicken shit. No. Comics.
He's Clean Jay.
Clean Jay. Okay, Jay. Just want to host the show and be happy. No, but like comics are supposed to be able to say, a really good comic says what everybody's thinking, but they're afraid to say. Once that's done, what are we doing? Right?
Yeah.
And in the end, you said it. Don Rickles was good at it. I mean, I know nobody knows Don. He's so long ago. But, if you kind of go, folks, I'm only kidding, or there's what, you don't just, I don't know. You're not just getting up there going like, I hate gay people. I hate Republicans. I hate you. That's not funny. You're not going to do that. You're going to spin it and make fun of the ridiculously of whatever.
What else you got over here?
I know. Wait, no, that's yours. Mine is the yellow. Are those your notes?
I'm actually using notes today because of the September 11th thing. All right, here we go. I'm going to go over a couple things here. News. What did you learn in the news last week? And once again, you probably don't know because you don't watch the news.
I mean, I don't really pay attention. I mean, there was a lot of stuff about... I see stuff about Trump, like they're getting closer to impeaching him. They're getting closer to impeaching Trump, right?
I had to stop. I had to step away. So excuse me if she's been brought up. But what about Roseanne? Love her. what happened to her isn't fair.
Yeah, but she's talking about what happened to Roseanne a long time. I'm not.
No, I think she's talking about losing
recent?
the show.
I agree.
You know what?
I don't
Good
even
point,
really.
Tiffany. If I do remember correctly, I could be wrong. Tim Allen went through the same type of thing, but he got his show back.
What did she say? She said something. They're just so sensitive. You can't say anything, and she's a friggin' comedian. Come on, Roseanne is the one who sang the national anthem terribly. I don't know if she was being funny or she was singing it the best she could. Remember?
Yeah.
And then everybody booed her, and then she flipped everybody off. She should have been shipped off to another planet at that point.
Yeah.
That's it. You're out. Put her on the USS Enterprise with Captain Kirk. She's gone. Beam her out, Scotty. Beam her off the planet.
So back to the news. I'm going to fill you in on a few things. There's a reporter type thing. Her name's Jamil Hill. Jamil Hill. And I don't know if you heard this, but she on the news was calling for black athletes to leave white colleges to attend HBCUs. If you don't know what HBCUs are, they're historically black colleges and universities. Kind of like, what's that called when you separate whites and blacks?
Right, like it's not going to work the other way.
That's what she thinks we should do. Black athletes should leave white colleges to go to...
Let's not come together. Let's separate
Exactly.
more. Let's just be over here. White guys, you stay over there, and white women. And
See, that's where I think the racism comes into play, the more separation.
And white gays.
I mean, good example. I mean, I think blue like
segregation.
Cops, blue lives matter. I think black lives matter as well. I like them hashtags.
I think yellow lives
true.
matter.
But
I think
when you separate everybody out in groups, that's really an oxymoron, ain't it?
Right, see... And
like it goes back to, I always said all lives matter.
Right, if all lives matter, then everything's on the table in comedy. That's why Don Rickles made fun of everybody. If you go, oh, you can't make fun of them, though, then it's over. I don't mean to pull it back to that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to throw that in there. I hope you're okay with that. If you're not, I apologize, man. I'm sorry.
Elsewhere in the news, powers that be in San Francisco, I don't know if you heard, are now labeling the NRA as a terrorist organization.
What?
Yeah, I don't even own a gun. Just to let you know, I don't.
What?
Own
I mean,
a gun,
what?
but,
What?
Yeah, they're saying the NRA is a terrorist organization.
Wow. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, you got to write a joke about that. We got to just rip that to pieces. That's got to be. I mean, so you got to bring that to light. Ridiculousness. Ridiculous. We're getting more and ridiculous. We're getting more and ridiculous. I can't even talk to you.
You want to talk about ridiculous?
We're getting more ridiculous all the time. It's ridiculous.
Here's another one. There's an author.
Redonkulous. I hate that word.
Her name is Rebecca. I think it's pronounced Makaya. I could be saying it wrong, but Rebecca Makaya, let's just say. She's actually been in line for, she never got it, but winning a Pulitzer Prize winner. She'd actually been a finalist twice for one.
Right.
She is now out there last week asking everyone, not to wear a red hat whatsoever. And I'm not talking the Trump Make America Great Again hat. She's talking about that. But she's talking about all red hats.
Why? Because all red hats...
Well, it says here, because she's asking, and to the extent of asking even sports fans not to wear their sports fans' hats that are red. Such teams as the Cincinnati
Reds. No way. Cardinals.
Yep, Cardinals, Philadelphia Phillies, and the Washington Nationals.
You know what?
Because the red hat symbol, regardless if it's a Make America Trump, whatever, or just a sports hat, is scaring everyone.
It's scaring people. So, think about it. Cardinals. Let's see.
No, think about it. She could have been a Pulitzer Prize winner.
Is there a way we can...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is there a way we can make Cardinals not red anymore? It shouldn't be a red bird. Let's change the color of all Cardinals. Insane.
It is insane, dude.
Where the hell are we?
That's my notes. Don't know that.
I wish I had... I don't know. This is going good, though, because we're just kind of just here. We don't always... we don't have to talk. We can just stare. We don't have to talk. Don't I suck? I wanted to go way longer.
I know, but you
I screwed it. That was looking good. Just two guys. It was almost like we could do that, and they'd be like, "Is it a picture? Are they there? Are they?"
Is it froze again?
And I suck. I laughed. I could never do good with that, like the staring game and all that. And I sucked, man. JDHD. It was like stare. I would lose. They would go, Jake, see if Jay cannot talk for 3 minutes, and they time me, and I'd go insane. I could barely make it 3. I don't even think I could go 5. You can talk now, Jay. You know, they'd always, and my friends would say stuff that would make me want to talk, and just stupid. I could not be silent. Couldn't do good at, like, you know, the freeze game.
Hot potato. You'd probably kill on that one.
Hot potato I was good at, right? Yeah, hot potato. Oh, I am awesome at dodgeball. Oh my God. I was killer at dodgeball. You could not hit me.
What about...
I dodged the ball. I was always like the last guy left.
We got to acknowledge some of these, Jay. Just to anybody checking us in for the first time, we do respond to some of the comments.
But we don't want it to like run the show on us, but yeah.
So, well, what about... Oh, shit. I got to scroll down. I don't know if I'm going to... I better not shut this off. Okay. What about the federal minimum wage increase? I don't think my will be affected too much, but states like Georgia that don't have state minimum wages are fucked. I didn't go to college to be an economics major, but I can tell you only my opinion when it comes to stuff like that. Oh, jeez.
I mean, I don't even...
Everybody wants to make more money. Let's just put it that way.
Right. Of course. Good. That's good. You should try to better yourself.
A lot of people are in so demand. We're from New York. Anybody watching is not from New York. Let me just bring this up.
The Big Apple.
It's a fact. You can fight me all you want. I hope you don't get offended.
We're not trying to offend. Just
New York City pushed for $15 an hour minimum wage. If you've ever been to New York City, it's even if you make $15 an hour, you're freaking poor.
Yeah, you're not doing it.
But what ends up happening is, like, I'll bring her up. AOC, she used to work at a place where she was a bartender, made tips, and probably less than minimum wage. But somehow she had $50,000 in her savings account before she decided to run for whatever it is that she won. That being said, the place that she used to work for, once that got pushed, went out of business because of the increase in the minimum wage. What a lot of people don't understand is business-wise, everybody's like, oh, you can pay me more, you can pay me more. If you ever own a business, say you are making $15 an hour, that company is actually paying $30 out an hour to have you there. There's behind-the-scenes things you don't know they have to pay for, like workers' comp,
right? Plus
what they pay you, plus if you have insurance, what they cover on that. Which
it's so hard. It's hard.
But
you make a good point. It's just hard.
Maybe we should bring the prices down on everything that we have to buy or need, instead of worrying about raising minimum wage, and actually not let these big corporations get so greedy. I mean, a truck costs $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, man.
Think about that. You used to be able to buy a house for that. It's ridiculous. Again, ridiculous. Everything's ridiculous.
The real problem is you got these politicians on either side of the table or up the middle that vote themselves automatically without a say from anybody in the country. Like, they give themselves $30,000 a year raises. You can't even get a $2 increase in your Social Security a year.
Right, and you're never going to...
And these guys are getting $30,000
that's,
raises
again,
a year.
Unbelievable. It's just disgusting. I mean, you know, most people...
That's what someone makes in a year.
Most people making an hourly...
If not, maybe even that.
If you're making an hourly wage, some places won't even give you any increase at all. You got to push and push and push. 2 or 3 years go by, and they'll give you 50 cents more. Nobody gets like a $2 raise.
No.
$1.50. Nobody gets a $1.50 raise after a year.
What's that one? Oh, I got to scroll up a little bit because I scrolled down already. Please don't knock it off the thing.
It's not going to go. We're good. We're hanging in there. We're doing it. Because dirty soap.
All mandatory stuff that New York State makes them pay for you as an employee. Correct, Bill Woodcock. Correct.
Bill Woodcock. Love you, man.
How's your foot doing?
You heard his foot?
He had operation on it. I think he had it on his knee, then he had it on his foot.
Remember, I'm the guy that kind of just lives under a rock.
Yeah.
He's privy to everything. He just fills me in, and I just smile. Bill, I hope you're doing okay. You had an operation?
We're all getting older, Jay.
Oh, it sucks. Oh my God, it sucks.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Do you wake up? You're in better shape than me, and you don't smoke or drink.
I don't smoke or drink.
So you probably feel good 100% of the time.
No,
every
no,
day.
no.
Every day I get up and I hurt.
No,
some
when I
part of
wake
my
up,
body hurts every day.
Yeah, no. When I
day
wake
after
up,
day.
it's hard to wake up. Waking up in the morning is difficult for me. Very difficult. I don't go to the bathroom and pee because I've already woken up and done that 3 times in the middle of the night. That sucks when I have to get up and I can't make it through. I mean, I hate peeing at 3 a.m. 4:20.
420.
See, naturally, the jokes, they just come. I just talk and I'm funny. So, but no, I'm not going to do it. I almost did it. I didn't do it. I didn't.
Mike!
No, don't do it. That's
You said don't do it with the accent.
not doing it. No, come on. We're doing good not doing that
Yes,
one. I just shook the crap. Damn it. I am so sorry, people. This was a weird one. It's not done yet, but this was a weird one.
And now we're...
Yeah. I mean, it just sucks. There's no way around it. Getting older sucks. Take it from the middle-aged guys who know. No, when I wake up.
Oh, let me ask you this, Jay. You work in the public too, so don't I.
Yeah, right. Retail. I'm retail.
Were you brought up to open the door for a woman when she goes in if she's on her way? You know what I mean? Like into a store or something, if she's coming in, do you open the door for her?
Absolutely.
Okay. I even open it for a man too. I'm brought up to be courteous
well,
like that.
I always
you know?
hold it. If I'm ahead of someone, you know, I didn't have a chance to hold it and let them go. If I'm ahead of someone, I hold the door, obviously, and let them come through. But I will open. Yes, always.
So
open
can I
it.
ask you a question?
Yes.
Since we're both public workers, is it just me, or is there a lot of people out in public that are a fucking asshole right now? Like just rude, total asshole, no respect for anybody, outright arrogant fucks.
Agree 100%.
What is going on?
Come on, people, wake up. Listen, it's this simple. When you ask for, I'm going to start. This is the basic, and let's go off of that. When you ask for something, say please. When you get it, say thank you. Do that. Nobody freaking does that.
No.
Hey, George, could you hand me that pen, please? Somebody you work with. You're in sales. Bob, could you give me the calculator over here, please?
Here's one.
We don't do it though.
Here's one for you. I work in sales, and I walk up to somebody that might come to where I work.
Can I have that, please?
No,
Thank you.
I'll sit there and say, "Hi, welcome to blah blah blah. My name's Brian, and you are." And I reach my hand out, and they just shake your hand and just look at you,
and they don't say who they are.
Exactly.
Come on! Exchange names. Hi, I'm Jay. Hi, Jay. Shaking hands. I'm Joe. Nice to meet you, Joe. Good to meet you, too.
How can I help you today? Something like that.
What's going on? Yeah, just to engage. People don't know how to converse. People are rude. Very, very rude. It's unacceptable. It's horse shit.
You see, Facebook's got a dating app now? That's horse shit, too.
Well, I don't even
do we really need dating apps on Facebook?
I don't know what he's talking about. What's dating app? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. There's an app where I guess Facebook just came out with. It's like almost like a Tinder, like a dating app.
Oh, duh.
I mean,
like online dating, but through Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, it's free at least, but I don't. You know.
I mean, think about that. Remember when Facebook came out and it was out for a little while, and then all of a sudden, fucking. Everybody started breaking up. This is my high school sweetheart.
When did
I'm 40 years old now. Oh, I wonder how that ever work out. And then fucking cheating started going on and everything. Now you got a dating app.
Well, wait. Let's go back now. When did Facebook start? 2000 and maybe. When did I don't even know. I came into it later.
I don't know either. I mean, shit. I didn't even have MySpace. I was
I
old to Facebook. Let's just say I never
had MySpace. Facebook started. Can someone say when? I don't know. Yeah. It's a great point, Michelle. You got to teach the kids. Well, I feel like I did a pretty good job. My son is very respectful. He says please and thank you. He's a good kid. You got to teach your kids. I do think, though, that, not to disagree with what Michelle, this is just another side thing. That's right. That's number one. Starts with teach your kids. But I do think that we accept people ignoring us because he's on his Facebook. He's on his cell phone. That's crap. That's bull crap. You know, if I walk up, that's insane. It's like an epidemic. It's out of control. If I walk up to a clerk that's going to cash me out, and I want to buy something, and I got to wait because, no way, unacceptable, right? There's no way they should be on it. Hi. Yeah, I
Don't you want to take the phone and throw it out
I
the
just want to
fucking
grab your
store?
freaking phone. Hi, I'd like to buy this, please. You're working here at this store, and you're going to cash me out. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry. I got to wait. You got to finish.
There's some
thought.
customer service for you.
You're on Instagram. You need Twitter. Yeah, you're big on Twitter. I'm sorry. He's big on Twitter. I'll wait. You shouldn't wait one friggin' second. Should not be on it. Come on. Drives me nuts. Oh, I'm out of control. I feel like I'm Regis Phil, but I'm out of control. Oh, nobody's going to get that. Remember Regis?
Yeah.
I'm out of control. What's going on? Kelly.
I like how Michelle talks about, my husband knows some stuff that makes me go, LOL. You know what? She talks about me like I'm in the third party.
My husband knows.
Like she don't.
Right. Like you're right
I'm
there.
right here.
This guy, my husband knows some stuff. Your husband, yeah. I hope I get to meet that guy. I heard he's funny. He's controversial. You got to come and see him, folks. Everybody out there, shameless plug. When we do stuff, watch. Me, I don't know, maybe. I'll be there.
You're good. You're
okay,
good.
Jay will be teaching, cheering. I'm talking weird today. 9/11 has me a mess. It does. That's what happens on it. You always say, what do I do? I have a rough day on 9/11. I don't know what to do. Yeah. I talk wrong. I walk around aimlessly. I go for long walks and think and reflect and pray. I don't mean to go back to it, but that's... Okay, so your notes, you exhausted that? Okay, we're done. No, we're done.
Oh.
No, there's more.
There's something I want to bring up.
But we don't want to go
This is off topic of the actual show, but the local comedy scene in New York State lost a young, inspiring promoter. Nice kid. I shouldn't say kid.
Well, he's probably, if he's younger than you, or is he, I don't know.
Yeah, he's younger than me.
So we say kid. He could be 40.
From the Binghamton area in New York. His name was, I hope I say it right, Giordi D'Angelo.
What happened?
27 years old. Died of a heart attack
a
few days ago.
Man.
He leaves behind a young daughter and family. Our condolences go out to you, and we're with you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Send prayers out. Love and positivity. Send prayers to
I just want to make sure that got put out there.
Yeah. That's terrible. Wow. 27?
Yeah.
This has been a rough day.
Rough day. What's that right there? Sacrifice your porch time.
Yes! Okay. This is how much I like this guy. Because when I'm off, I've gotten into a routine lately. When I'm off and I'm not working, I wake up kind of early, make my coffee, I go to my porch, set the mug down on the railing, watch the steam come out of it, and pretend that that's negative stuff going away, get inspired, and I write a poem, go to my jokes, memorize lines if I'm in a play, which I'm not right now because I've been banned from some of them, but I'll get in a play again. And I just want him to know that to do this show, I sacrifice my porch time. It's very important to me to be here. That's how much I like doing the podcast with you. So I'm sacrificing my porch time, man. That's, it's not funny at all what I just said. It's just a thing. I'm sacrificing that because I like having that time to myself to reflect. Can't stay still. I can't do it.
You can't.
We're gonna have to rehearse that later.
Not talk. You cannot not move.
We have to rehearse that later. Those moments of. I'm gonna get there. I think when we watch this back though, I'm moving less than I've moved in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. I think she's talking about you.
Yeah, she always talks about me.
What else is going on in the world? I'm asking. I don't know. I just live under a rock.
Let's see.
I do think that ignorance is bliss, but maybe people.
Are you shocked that Biden is leading the way for the Democratic Party?
I'm not shocked, but if I were, and I'm not, honestly, I'm not. I refuse to be either Republican or Democrat. If I were a Democrat, I'd have mixed feelings. I'd be happy because I like Joe, but I'd be very nervous. Joe's not young. Come on! Isn't he like 78? That's way too... Come on. We talked about this. I think the president should be... Wait, don't you have to be 45? You can't be below 45. There's like a number. I think that's what it is.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
I think you have to be at least 45. I think the president should have to be between 45 and 67. Because you'd be 71. You can't be 70.
I don't even think you could be 45
Trump's too
anymore.
old. Trump's too old. I'm sorry. You kind of agree. He's kind of old. He's doing all right, but I think I saw something really... But see, who's putting that out there? They're worried about his sanity. We're all nuts, though.
I think you should at least be 55 to be a president.
So you can't be 45. Okay,
so if you do 2 terms, that adds 8. That puts you at 63, which is 1 year over the legal age that you can retire. I think that's safe for lifetime.
Okay, but how old? Where do you want to make the cutoff with old? Would you let a guy 70 run?
I don't think a 70-year-old should run.
Right, so how old can you be and run? 65? You let him be 65 and run.
It depends. At 65, 8 years term.
73.
I'd say 62 at the oldest. So you're 70 if you do back-to-back terms.
But you got it kind of tight. You can only run for president between 55 and 62.
Yeah. Think
it's
about
it. Tight though. Let's go 52. Let's make it a good 10 years. 52 to 62.
Yeah, that'd work.
That's it. You got to be between 52 and 62 to run for president. That would help. That would kind of narrow. I like this. Well, it's going to narrow it down a little bit.
In today's society and in today's world, I think if a president were to die in office, that would be a
bad thing.
Bad. Not to say that someone between 52 and 62 couldn't die.
Right, but if they're in good shape.
Well, even still, no one knows.
Yeah, you don't know
your expiration date.
I don't know. Is this ageism? I mean, we're old. We should be supporting older people. Anybody watching that's older is probably mad at me, but I don't know. Over time, people are living longer. Some people make it to 100, so 70 is young compared to 100. But I just still think, you can't be 70. You can't be 70 running for president, and Biden is well over 70.
Now, how do you feel about...
Joe Biden must be 76.
How do you feel about Pocahontas?
No clue what he's talking about. Again,
Elizabeth Warren.
Jay living under a rock. Elizabeth Warren. I don't know anything about her. Don't. I don't know how old she is. I know her name is Elizabeth Warren, and she's a Democrat. And she has better hair than Bernie Sanders.
Okay, I'm bringing that a good point.
Everybody has better hair than Bernie.
Bernie Sanders, I think his time came and went. I think if he were to win, he should have been the nomination back when...
What?
Hillary
what are you saying? What? My time? What, you don't like my hair?
Exactly what
What's the matter with you?
Says. Always yelling.
What is going on? Listen, the American people need to understand that I just want a ham on rye sandwich. I just want a ham on rye. They don't even have rye bread at this place. What is wrong with this damn deli? I mean, I'm smart. I can do things. I'm the kind of guy that knows. And hey, look at my hair. You know what my hair says? I work hard. I wake up in the morning, I don't even look at the mirror. I don't need a freaking mirror.
Isn't there a debate on tonight?
Is there?
Democratic debate, I think.
I'm just sad. The whole thing, politics just makes me sad. I'm scared and sad. That's why I live under a rock in bliss.
You're getting flipped off.
Yeah, but she doesn't understand. I'm not. Why would you flip me off? I'm not saying anything bad about Trump. I'm ripping the Democrats.
She's just fucking with you.
That doesn't make sense, Michelle. I love you, but you'd be flipping me off if I was ripping Trump right now. I was actually ripping the Democrats. See, I'm not offended by the flip off. Fine, you flip me off. How do you know I might vote for Trump? He's younger than Biden. He has better... Look, he's younger than Biden. He has better hair than Bernie. And he's more entertaining than Elizabeth Warren. There you go. Trump's got her beat, at least in interestingness. I don't even know anything about her. Does she have any pizzazz? She got anything? I'm a showman. It's all just a show!
Certainly.
Anybody remember Injustice for All?
Oh, Thursday debate. I guess that's tomorrow.
Injustice for All, Al Pacino, one of the greatest. Some people said he went way over the top, but it's one of the greatest monologues of all time. He just goes nuts in the courtroom. Watch it. Love it. One of the best actors ever. And he was short.
How's work going?
Painful.
Still looking for another job?
Oh, yeah. Somebody help me, please. Help me! Help me! I can do this.
Hey, speaking of which, you guys,
I think I've talked less. That's good.
How's your setup? I mean, are you setting yourself up for retirement, or are you just pretty much shot on that and you're fucked?
No, I'm thinking about stuff.
Thinking about stuff. I mean, you got...
I'm thinking about... I'm thinking about stuff. I'm thinking about getting a plan together before I hit 55. You know.
It's tough. It is tough. I mean...
I know. I said he was old. Biden is so friggin' old.
Yeah, Biden
it is tough.
old.
No retirement. I mean, oh my God. Oh. I do have some stuff going on. I do. I have a 401k, but it's just, it hasn't been going for very long. I have an IRA that I was putting money into, but stopped.
That's what I got, a Roth IRA.
Good for you.
It's not going to be a lot, but every little bit helps.
There's a good thing to bring up. That, like, our age, we're probably not going to get... do you really think we're not going to get a dime in Social Security? We're going to get nothing? Are we supposed to get something? It won't be enough to live on. Like, when I turn 67, I think, I get the full... What's it going to be? Jay, you're allowed $84.62 a month. I got my check.
A lot of people think it's a lot of money, but when you... I mean, you can go
no,
on...
Social
Security or whatever.
It's not good. It's not good.
No,
but, good. But what's it going to be when we hit? That's still a ways away.
It just keeps going down. Like, right now, I heard that they're only going to... Like, when you go on the computer and it says how much you're supposed to get when you retire, you're only going to get 75% of that. It's like 75 cents on a dollar. It might even be less because the way things are going.
And what is it right now? Really, I have no idea. Give me an idea. Is it 1,000? It's not even 1,000 a month. Is it 1,000 a month? I mean, it depends on what you made. I mean, what is it?
Yeah, it depends on. They do the best 35 years, but when you go on the computer, it takes what you're making right now and figures you're going to make that with a 2% increase now until you're done working. And guess what? It don't work that way. Usually, when you hit about our age or a little older, so wherever you work, they sort of push you out the door, so you make less. Yeah. They keep working. So let's just say the average person will get $1,000 or maybe $1,200.
Oh, Bill, then they will tax it heavily, Jay.
That is correct. They tax your Social Security.
So I don't know. Maybe. Wait, what about this though, Bill?
For you youngins,
Bill,
get yourself a Roth IRA. When you're putting money away in that, it doesn't grow real quick, but at the same time, with a Roth IRA, you don't get taxed when the money comes out. It's already taxed ahead of time.
Smart. Roth IRA.
Would you want to?
I want to ask Bill. What if you keep working, Bill? Can you keep working and take your? I think you can. I think someone was doing that. I thought that was kind of smart.
You can only make so much money though. There's a cutoff until you hit 70. When you hit 70, the sky's the limit.
So at 67, I take my Social Security, but I keep working at least part time somewhere. Some money's coming in, and the Social Security. That's something. Can I keep working, Bill? Like, you can keep working, right? Maybe even... Oh, I'm shaking the damn thing. I'm doing better, though. I notice when I shake it.
Yeah.
I'm very self-aware of my screw-ups. That's important. At least I'm aware of what I'm doing. Talking with my hands too much. I think I've done better not talking over you as much, so you've been talking more. You said it doesn't matter, but I feel bad. Bill, he never came back. Did Bill leave us? Bill, I want to... Well, if Bill somehow let me know, I can keep working and collect... Like, maybe when I'm... See, but then it's less, though. Mm-hmm. We gotta wait till we're 67, I think, us.
Yeah, because if you retire early,
you
get less money.
If I take it at 62, that's just really stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to get at 62 and just say screw it and work part-time and to make up for the loss of money.
Yeah, work part-time, take it.
And get you out of the house, keeps you moving a little bit.
You know what we're going to be doing? And 4 people will be watching. We're going to be doing comedy. Because we can do a show. Hey, folks, Jay's going to talk.
You can tell jokes.
Jay's going to talk about bananas again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Sally, George, and Henry. We have 3 people in the show tonight.
Can you turn that oxygen tank down a little bit?
We're trying to get ticket sales to go up so we can... We're not making any money on this show, but they are feeding us. Cold chicken wings from last night, and there's a pizza that was partially eaten. And we get free coffee. It's cold. They got a microwave to heat this up. Oh, did he come back?
No, that's the way.
Oh, hey! Up to 15,000 a year
You can
after
make-
you retire.
yeah.
So there you go. 15,000 is pretty decent. Work part time. Make right up to that. Make 14,999 just to be safe. Give them a buck. Throw it away and collect.
Yeah.
And then maybe along with that, I will have that IRA, which there's not a lot in it right now. I got to get that IRA going. I'm not getting any younger.
You're smart. He's smart.
Because I'm smart and I drink cold coffee. Doing it again. This coffee is cold. This is really cold coffee. I brought this from home. And this doesn't have coffee in it, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Next week we're not going to have any notes, but we
Should we wrap it up, or can we? I think this could be really short. If we wrapped it up right now, it'd be really short. Can we go a couple more minutes?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We can go a couple more minutes and we'll wrap it up.
I think we should wrap it up soon. Because
Yeah.
you know what? It was 9/11, and we had no notes.
Well, we're
We're good Americans who love America, and we didn't want to try to be like all. It's not disrespectful to 9/11 if we just tried to be crazy funny, but we wanted to be a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Without talking about it either, though. I just felt like we both. Am I correct in saying we just felt like it's a day?
It should never be forgotten. I'll tell you that.
Right, it's a tough day. I mean, holy crap! Watching that again. Every year I do watch it again.
You ever see the movie?
No, I didn't.
With
Well, maybe I did. I've
is it
seen.
Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one. I saw one that was really good. That was about.
Not Rain and Jay, so.
Well, I'm depressed because of 9/11. It really puts a damper on my whole demeanor when it's 9/11. It was a rough, that was a rough day. I always do. I struggle on September 11th.
Have you ever been down to New York City to see the memorial there where the buildings were?
It's always is he trying to tell us something with that?
Yeah.
I know. We're gonna keep talking a little bit though.
You ever been down to the memorial down in New York City?
No, I have not. I'd love to. Have you been there?
Yeah. No,
Wow.
I didn't get to go in the museum, but I got to see where the buildings were and where the museum was at and stuff like that.
Because they've left. It's still where the buildings were. Is just
like where the foundation of the buildings where they
just
like,
left it.
Yeah, but
well, I mean they've
redone it, but it's like a fountains and water
right.
And
I used to. They don't do it anymore, right? Do they still do the lights that go up when you shoot the lights up?
That's a good question. I
do
hope
they still
do.
do that? They still do
they
that, right? That's just awesome. I almost cry when I see that. I think I tear up. I cry easily, though. I do. I almost cried a few times during this show.
Some days make me angry, but I'd rather live here than anywhere.
That's right. Rather live here in the good old USA.
Now, going back to the news for a little bit, I thought we were going to be a little off the news, but I just had something flash in my head. Did you hear about the stars there? Now think of this. You're not a Trump supporter, but there's two stars, I'm not going to say who, you guys have to figure it out for yourself, that actually wanted a blacklist of people that were going to support Donald Trump at like some dinner banquet thing. I think one of her names is Deborah Messing. And
Deborah wanted
a blacklist. And I could honestly say that is not a good thing. That's a bad thing.
That's where we're way crossing.
And her co-part said that he wanted that so he could know who he didn't want to work with in Hollywood. And out of all people, I was so shocked. Did you ever watch The View?
Yeah.
Them gaggle of hens can't stand Trump, but Whoopi Goldberg didn't stick up for Trump, but she said she went after that blacklist of things.
Right, and I would echo
if anybody knows what the blacklist
is, but I would echo what we're saying in this respect.
About.
How that's so un-American. Like freedom of speech, freedom to say and be how you want in America, right? So to blacklist people is saying, you can't come to this dinner because you support him. You can support Trump. You're an American. Support him. I don't agree with you supporting him. Still come to my dinner. Did I say that right? I tried to keep it simple. Come on. Can't blacklist. So Deborah Messing wants to be like, oh yeah, you can't come.
She wants a list. I mean, think about that.
I mean, I don't want to speak for him, but I feel like Mel Gibson is kind of, maybe I shouldn't have said Mel because he's controversial, but isn't he pretty conservative? Let's just say Mel, I don't know if you do, buddy, not that he's watching. I don't know if Mel is Republican, but let's say he is, right? That's like saying Mel can't come now. Probably shouldn't have picked Mel. He's probably the worst guy to pick. We'll make up a guy. Bob Jones, the actor. He's not real, right? Famous actor Bob Jones is Republican. You can't come, Bob. That's bullshit. You can't say that to Bob. who isn't real, but you know, because he's smart. No, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
There's BS.
There shouldn't be no.
I'm glad you brought that up. You
nothing.
can't blacklist people. Happens all the time, though. That's what's ridiculous. It's everywhere.
Yeah, even in comedy.
Comedy, you get blacklisted.
Movies.
You get banned from a community theater. It's sad.
I don't think when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to politics, there should be any type of listing, regardless who you support. I don't even care if you support the troll underneath the bridge and that, what's that old story?
Right.
Kid's story or whatever.
Kid's story or the Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
The witch who baked him.
No blacklist. No.
People can read it.
He just won't say it.
That was kind of funny. Somebody reminded me of that. It's like somebody was coming up on there, and everybody watching can see it. And it was like I wasn't realizing that, and I was going, "I'm not going to say your name," but they could still read his name. I don't care. I still didn't give him the shout out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just don't get it.
We don't get it. Somebody explain to us what the hell's going on in the world. We're the only two nuts that have the right way to do it. We do things the right way.
We do things
because we're smart, and we
and we got nuts,
and we respect people. Respect your elders. Nobody does.
Yeah. Jay saying he had
Really?
She's really digging into it. You're gonna have to get after her the next time.
No, I respect Michelle.
He's not offended.
I love her. I'm not offended. That was funny. It's not my style to rip on anybody ever. Michelle, I just think you're a good person. And I like you. Even though you're making me look foolish.
So now,
and like a little turd that they can't say it, I don't want to say anything.
Oh, that's funny.
Vote for Trump if you want to. Vote for Biden
you know what's
if you
sad?
want to. Vote for Bernie. If you're crazy, you gotta be nuts. What are you doing with this guy? Look at the hair. No clue what he's doing. Bernie Sanders.
I just don't understand.
I'm not voting for anybody. There you go. I'm not voting.
Regardless, it's just weird. Regardless of who's president, I think I might think wrong. I think that everybody should at least, whether you like the president, whoever that president may be, you should support them and hope they do better, regardless if you can't stand them or not. So what I mean by that is, say Hillary would have won. Point. If Hillary would have won, yeah, I would have probably been upset. But I'm not going to sit there and make it so she can't even do her job and just blatantly.
I think I believe him. I think he's telling the truth. I think he would have supported Hillary, somewhat. You wouldn't have just
Yeah.
If she was president, you wouldn't have been like, get her out, impeach her.
I wouldn't be like not my president. No, she would be my president.
I want her out. Impeach. Get rid of her. Ship her out.
Oh my God.
Well, how do we get rid of her? She's insane.
Me and the wife had this conversation the other night.
Hillary's nuts.
Everybody that me and the wife had the conversation. I go, out of everybody that ran for president ever since George Washington, she was probably the most qualified to be a president.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, people?
She
Democrats who don't like him at all and you want to blacklist him and he can't come to your thing because he voted for Trump. Did you hear that? I'm getting fired up.
I mean, she's been in it ever since college.
Right.
Look at the position she's held. She had the most experience. Which gets on me about Trump. Everybody loved the guy. What was his show?
You're fired.
Yeah.
What's it called?
They loved him.
The show
Top rating show until they gave it over to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Apprentice.
Yeah.
The Apprentice? You're fired.
And you know what?
You waited for it. Oh, I can't wait till he fires
They
you.
loved him during the debates.
Anybody out there realize how much I hate my hair? I just don't like it anymore.
Remember
you know what? My hair still looks better than Bernie Sanders' hair. See, it took me a while. Now I got the craziness going.
Remember the debates? They loved him in the debates before he became president. I remember at the one debate where it was him versus Hillary, and he said that she goes, "It's a good thing he's not a misogynist like him's not the president," or something like that. And he said, "Yeah, because you'd be in jail." 90% of the room was for her, the audience, and they still laughed and cheered and groaned. But the day he became president, is the day he became racist, the day he became, like overnight, flip of a switch, boom. Goes back to my theory, if he was really that bad of a person, our own government wouldn't even let him be in there. I'm not saying...
I can't argue that. I can't argue that.
They would not let him be in there.
Right.
We just go by what
I can't argue
the
with that.
media tells us. We're not the fly on the wall.
There you go, folks. Don't listen to it. Don't believe any of it. I think that's good advice. You just always take it with a grain of salt. Am I saying that right? Like, take it with a... Be cautious. You don't know. Either way. Either way. If it's very Republican slanted, if it's Democrat, if it's not slanted the other way, you don't know. They're just putting stuff out there. And we just... It's been like this since... Probably since the 80s. I mean, 80s MTV, we really got into just stare at the TV. Just television. And now, you know, YouTube, just... What are they saying? Well, what did they say? And you just watch. Make up your own freaking mind. Don't believe any of it. Don't believe it.
Yeah, think of your own mind. Don't be...
I mean, Don Lemon, I don't know Don Lemon. I don't know anything about him. You know? Mm-hmm. I can't just go, yeah, Don Lemon said it. I don't care. Sorry, Don. I don't know you. I don't know if you have America's... I don't know.
Best interest.
I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just wants to make money.
That's it right there.
Like a talk show.
It's all about ratings and making money.
Like a game show host. Tune in again, folks. We got a great show for you. Lots of prizes to give away. It's a great show. Smile and who knows? Or maybe Don's a great guy. I don't know, Don.
Remember last week's show?
She
likes
likes
keep your
the
hair
hair
like this. Gets rid of your 6 head.
It does. See, but when I do this, I've had in all seriousness, not that I mean to make it about me. When I do this, I've had family members, even friends, say it looks like I'm trying to cover up this. Oh my God! Have you seen the light? Look at the white glare coming. Put your sunglasses on! Whoa! And the Lord said, let there be light. And there was light.
So everybody...
You know what the problem is? You want to wrap it up, I know.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to shut up then. I was going to go off on the Bible thing. Oh. Problem is people aren't reading the Bible. I want every single one of you out there, if you don't have one in your house, go buy a Bible or go borrow one from your grandma. Read the Bible. That's the problem, though. You wouldn't be racist if you read the Bible.
Everybody, catch us next Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We'll be
This
back.
is Dirty Soap, and we'll be more on an upbeat.
September 18th it'll be.
Is that what it's going to be?
Yeah, because 7 plus 11. Because I'm smart.
And that's it. Later.
Later.